Then my last thing I want to talk about, and if you all have more, go ahead. But you're gonna have to explain this because I don't really know exactly what it is, if it's virtual or what. But DC Fandom is coming back, and it looks like October 16th of this year.
Oh yeah, it was so good last year. It was
So it was all
they're gonna have
virtual.
yeah, it was really cool. It's just a whole it's a whole day. And you go onto YouTube and plug in your code that you want to join and you watch all day long. It's a panel after panel after panel and they get the cast. It's like you're at a convention and you're at all these panels and but you get to do it at home.
Hmm.
It was dang cool. Um that's where you got the first Batman trailer, got the first images of Black Adam, announcing who was going to be in the movie with there, and then that of course they had a Wonder Woman trailer which hadn't premiered yet. Obviously, they had the first look at the Suicide Squad. Then announced Shazam 2 was officially a go with the title. So there were, and then comic stuff too. It was cool as hell. It was really cool.
Yeah, I think it really fulfilled us comic guys' hearts because of the idea that we get panels. That's part of the joy of going to a convention is going to those panels. You know, I can tell my kids that I went.
What is happening?
Rooster's really enjoying his piggy.
Yeah.
Rooster, you're killing me, bro. Um, so yeah, just being able, like, I think one of the coolest things that I can tell, my grandchildren going forth is like, hey, I saw Jason Momoa before he was Aquaman, at a convention or something like that. You get to know what things are coming, what wheels are turning, stuff like that. I think DC is really knocking it out of the park a little bit by
Yeah, I mean this year is
remotely.
gonna, like, if they do it in October, we'll have had Suicide Squad already. But you know, you'll have had we'll have probably a huge look at Batman because it'll be coming out in a few months after that, and then you're gonna have Shazam 2, which will have been filming. So, and they'll have Black Adam's filming and the Flash. They're gonna have so much footage of stuff to show. Green Lantern Corps HBO Max series is supposed to start filming in September. So October they'll probably have even some snippets of footage to show. You're gonna have Peacemaker. You're gonna have new announced movies like Zatanna that they have going, Blue Beetle that's supposed to be in production by the end of the year. There's so much stuff that they're gonna want to announce. Static Shock is getting closer. Um, I don't know if I. So they keep saying Our Man's going to happen too. That's an odd one. As much as I love Our Man, that's just a really obscure random character to pick for a project. But um, you
What
know,
what happens at one of these things? Because from a person that's never been to one, now I have been to like St. Louis Cardinal Winter Warm Up, where it's a big room and you're basically going around and getting autographs, and they every once in a while puts people up on stage and talk, you know, about certain situations and stuff like that. So, what, as a person that's never been to one, and I know this is probably going to be virtual, but what actually goes on? Is it like vendors and
well, yeah. I mean, this DC Fandom had like some vendor thing that you could try to buy things, but it's not the same as a actual convention. I mean, they did this because of COVID.
mm-hmm.
But they found it was so successful, and people were like, "Whoa, just do this all the time." So they are. But yeah, I guess in order to describe what a usual convention is like, you would go to this big, huge, massive convention center, and there's vendors everywhere selling comics, toys, T-shirts. Then there's just mounds of videos and DVDs and paintings and original art. Then you have Artist Alley, where Joe Blow is trying to sell you his original comic. So it's just miles of all of that. And then you get a brochure that tells you all the panel times. And so you leave the big open convention area and go to these breakout sessions that are in these other rooms of the convention center. And that's where you have panels. And so you might have a Superman panel. And in that panel is all the creative writers and artists, and they sit down and tell you what's coming up with Superman.
Okay.
Or, and each comic company will do that for whatever property they want to do. And then you go to the big dog of San Diego Comic-Con, and then you go into Big Hall H, which is an arena. And that's where DC will have Marvel will have Feige come out, and they do a huge Marvel panel and show you trailers and announce projects, and DC will do the same in their panel. And that's how the big conventions work. So DC is just doing a virtual one with those big, Wonder Woman panel.
Yeah.
But you watch Wonder Woman on TV, and the director and the stars and a host is asking questions, and and they'll have people send in questions, and then boom, we're gonna show you the new trailer for Wonder Woman 84. Like, oh, okay, cool. So that's kind of the setup.
Okay, I mean, that sounds cool. Have you been to the San Diego one?
No.
It's on the list.
I want to do it, but I always hear horror stories of like. Here's the thing: when you go to those big conventions, you either go there and just look at the swag and buy stuff and check out a couple small panels. Because if you want to go to the big one like Hall H and watch the big Marvel presentation, forget it, because you go there and you camp out for days, to a couple days of getting in line to get into the panel, and then you don't do anything else. So it's like, you better make your choice. If you want to see the big panel, you're going to do that only, or you got to do all the other stuff.
And to me, I would rather go do the other stuff, because you'll be able to see that panel at any point, because it's usually on YouTube or something later.
Right. I would never choose to do that. I don't want to say waste my time, but I'm not camping doing nothing to.
Yeah.
It's like go ahead.
You're telling me that you could breathe the same air as Gal Gadot and you wouldn't do it?
Well, wait a minute. No one said Gal Gadot. Whoa. Back it up.
Breathe the same air, even though you're 300 yards away from where.
Doesn't matter. It's the same air. It's the same air.
Probably came closer to her at the airport, and you just didn't know it.
That one's gonna be tough. That's gonna be a tough decision. That's the other thing too. There's always, sci-fi actors of DC B quality list, there, and you can wait and get autographs, but you pay through the nose to do that. And certain ones are a huge line. Like they'll have, like, one year they had Chris Hemsworth down in St. Louis. You can go down to the low end of like Eddie Munster, or you can go, they'll get Chris Evans to some of these. So,
up until Adam West died, he was always there, and
Adam West was there quite a bit. Lou Ferrigno's there every time. every time.
Convention.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always been, like, Dean Cain's usually there.
Dean Cain, that kind of
the best Superman ever.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
What? Are you high right now?
Remember when I was just a just monger on the chats? Now I've made the big league, and
well, what we're gonna have to do is, with our 500,000 subscribers, we're gonna have to go to a trip like this if they have a Comic-Con or something like that, and
that's right.
We're gonna have to have swag and hand it out and sign autographs.
Certain people miss the Big River Comic-Con, but that whatever.
Was it awesome? Was it awesome, Ace?
I can't believe it. It was pretty good. I was shocked.
Is there
I mean,
any like real, truthful, good deals at any of these places?
oh yeah.
You think it's
We buy
good deals?
Oh, we buy so much crap. It's, I mean, loads of back. You got to bring a backpack. It's
But
no
what you're
lie. You
saying
bring a.
doesn't mean it's a good deal. You just buy loads. I mean, can you say, "Hey, this
That's
is a
why we
good
buy
deal"?
loads.
Oh yeah, you can get some. I mean, you'll know. Well, at least we kind of know. Like, well, I'm not paying that for that. I mean, you'll find stuff that's pretty reasonable. And most of the guys are trying to liquid. I mean, they got to sell product there
Yeah.
because it costs them. I was just talking to a guy. He went to Hannibal because $200 or $300 for a booth. You go out to San Diego Comic-Con, it's like $1,900 just for the booth. So he's got to move some product.
Yeah.
So those guys they're like, hey man. But you get into the bigger ones too. They're also having the 9.8 graded slab first appearance of Spider-Man. So they're talking some high end stuff too.
Yeah.
So yeah, you usually, and there's all kinds of deals to be had there because people are trying to move product. So
if you have enjoyed what you have watched, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you check out our other videos. Thank you.